What's up, everyone? Hold on to your hair bonnets, because I heard that's a big thing right now. Bonnets and beauty. But you know what? Let's just get right to the show. Here we go. Come on now.
Bonnets and beauty.
Yes. I say bonnets and beauty because I heard that some universities are banning hair bonnets, shower caps, wave caps, all because of they're cleaning up how society looks. I mean, it doesn't make any difference to me. I'm losing my hair, so what am I wearing a bonnet for or a wave cap? That's why I wear the cap right now, to make sure no one sees my receding hairline. But anyways, I digress. Welcome back. It is me, the BEAST. This is Darkness with a Ginger Hue. And we're doing this with Miss Devon MD Jones and Slang Hugh. See what I did there? I am so good with the rhymes. Welcome back, folks. How you guys doing today?
Good. Can't complain. And even if I wanted to, I wouldn't.
Good. Hi, thanks for having me back.
There's a lot of people that have been asking for you to come back. They be blowing up my DMs like, oh, I wish I knew this girl. I mean, we would just hang out. Oh, we be so cool together. She speaks what I say. I'm like, you know what? Bye. I'm like, never mind. What about me, folks? What about me? No? Fine. All right. But now, I mean, if we're talking about controversy, I know a few folks that don't like what Slang Hugh tends to say on the show. And you know what? I love it. He has accepted the villain role. That's right. He is Dr. Doom in this whole podcast universe. So you folks learn to love it. He's here. He's going to be here for a while. But anyways, we are here.
I say what you're thinking and I'm afraid to say in public. That's
Exactly. That is exactly it. Because he has no feelings for it. Facts don't care about your feelings. But anyways, I digress. Well, folks, again, first, we did shout out Miss Devon about her birthday. So we're going to say it again. Happy birthday to Miss Devon MD Jones. It's as we were talking about, it's a good thing to celebrate birthdays. All the other stuff, fluff with the Christmas and the Easter and the Valentine's Day, all that's fluff and commercial. Birthdays are the days that you should be happy with and celebrate with yourself, friends, family, and so forth. So hopefully you had a good time. I heard you guys went out for something. What did you guys do again?
I went to a boat cruise party on the Sunday and then barbecue again at my sister's house on the Monday.
Right. Now, just to kind of pry, was that boat cruise connected to any type of Caribana festivities, or was that just a private?
Yeah, it's kind of like a cool down kind of fit.
That's what I thought. I was wondering.
It wasn't too cool, though.
It was hot, eh?
I was hot.
It wasn't too cool down. It was hot.
I heard also, I guess the ferry to the island, did they still do that?
Yeah.
Did they still do that?
Yeah. Because I know a lot of things that used to be open are now closed, such as the Science Center, Ontario Place, and all types of things are kind of off because it's too expensive to maintain. So I was wondering if they did
Atlantis.
Yeah.
Remember partying at Atlantis?
Oh my goodness, you're bringing some serious nostalgia. That was the jam right there. And even the fact is that Atlantis was great during, but after was still just as good. After Atlantis was good because you said
the parking lot pimping.
Yes. Parking lot pimping was hilarious. And you would see people.
Everybody had to go in there.
Yep, you would see people you don't want to see. You'll see people that you want to see, and then you just move off onto the Gardner and you're like, or Lakeshore. I'm like, oh gosh, it was entertaining.
And that's when we used to still have to dress up. So I'd still have to wear the heels and everything. And then there was one time where everybody rushed the doors. And if you didn't rush the doors, you'd get trampled. So I remember having to jump one of them security barriers. In my heels and little dress.
It was a athletic event going to the clubs back then. You either have to make sure you had your wits because you never know who's gonna box you. You had to make sure if you did box anybody, you had to defend yourself. And sometimes when you hear pop, 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 you're bolting the other way and heading down Gerard Street, just gone. Trust me, those were the times. Those are the times.
From Young Street?
Yes.
True.
You guys
you're missing out the greatest feature of Atlantis. The greatest feature was the rotating dance floor.
Well,
I forgot about that.
I mean,
I actually did forget about that.
It's nice.
It was all right.
It was all right. It was a feature.
Wait, let me tell you, when you're on the hunt, you just gotta stand outside and they just go by like rotisserie chicken.
He's coming back.
This guy about his hunt.
You don't have to go on the dance floor. You just got to stay outside and something will come by.
So you just fishing like, okay, I got you this time. Don't worry, you're coming back around. Oh, man. That was a trip back in the day. I do believe the club scene is pretty much dead in Toronto. No, it's dead here in Winnipeg. So
we're also 40 and 50 years old.
Yeah.
So
don't even trip. Those folks still party.
And that's a fact too.
They still party hard.
They still go out. Right. They go out, but it's just different. It's a different vibe. It's a different energy. It's different. It's not, but it's just different.
Yeah, I totally
agree. I go out, to be honest. I know there are some.
Young people?
Yeah.
I don't think young people go out anymore. They're strictly
not as much as we do.
They're strictly on their phones, or they have their entertainment in the social realm. So it's like live chats, and they just sit at home and talk and make fun and do jokes. They're not going dressed, or they'll dress up for that live on TikTok or whatever and entertain, and then boom, they're done.
I know ones that go. So
really,
they go to parties. They go to all sorts of different parties. Yeah.
Wow, it must be expensive as hell. Then
to do, it's just different pockets.
True. Okay, well, we are here. Well, first off, as usual, what did you guys do to better yourself today? Start with you, Devon.
What did I do to better myself today? I think I was going to say I held my tongue. Actually, no. I held my tongue, which sometimes I should do more. But I do a mentorship program at the University of Toronto in the summer. And I called someone out on their privilege today.
Really?
And I did it in a nice way, but I was just kind of like, they were going on about something, and I was like, you're saying this from a privileged attitude in a program that is made for people who are underprivileged. So I think that was a good moment that person needed to hear that in that moment.
Now,
I don't know how much I digested it, but
I was going to say, did it hit him? Did it hit home for them, or did it was like a slap in the face? Like, oh, how dare you? And then they walk away because
no.
Wasn't
no, there was no backlash, and they were in a bad mood already today, so they were just kind of like, I'm just grumpy, and they just kind of pushed it off at that. I don't know if they like ingested what's happening.
Okay. Not to challenge whether it was what in that made you feel, or made you feel like it made you better, because I could see how it made them possibly better if they took your word.
Well, part of it is I was standing up for the other people in the room too. Right? Because it wasn't just me, and how it affects them in going forward. But
yeah, well said. Yeah, sometimes some people, you're the voice of the voiceless sometimes, and you have to kind of speak your mind, and they'll feel, yeah, man. Some might even come thank you. So thank you for telling me or telling them that it happened. So that's cool. That's cool.
Black woman things,
Hey, we get it. How about you, Slang?
I worked out harder at the gym than I actually wanted to because I didn't want to go at all. But did I did very well considering I didn't want to be there.
Now, did you have to change gyms based on location now, or you is it a universal?
Well, yeah, my thing is any good life.
Gotcha.
I could go to any good life, so I didn't really have to change. Yes, the answer is yes, because I'm not going to the Brampton gym,
Right.
but I didn't have to change the brand of the gym.
Okay, because I had a Planet Fitness membership, thinking it'd be able to use anywhere. Nope. They said no. You're
Oh,
registered
no,
for
it's
this
not.
gym, and that's it.
Oh, but you can get that though. There's
Yes,
like a black card.
I thought it was just a one pass for all. I didn't know the black card was something that was universal. So I'm like, oh, really? Okay, well, I'll take my business elsewhere. Bye. And I started working out at home. So, but yeah, I mean, it's hard to once you're comfortable in a gym, for you to change gyms or change locations, new clientele there, new floor map of the actual devices or equipment there. Did it take you long to kind of get yourself around to your normal routine?
No, because we've been. She lives here, so or she was living here before I got here. So, and I've been to both the gyms in the area before, so it wasn't. It's not difficult. And I actually like why I have the level membership I have is because I like to go to different gyms. I enjoy moving around because it kind of helps with the boredom of doing the same thing over and over. Change in an environment, like you're saying, all those things: change of people, change of environment, change of layout, change of machines. Because some good lives, all good lives are actually kind of different.
Really?
The types of machines that they have, yeah. Pretty much every single one I've been to is a little different in some.
They don't all have the exact same machines.
Well,
for the most part, they have like your chest press, your rows. Like they have the basics, but sometimes they'll have different brands. Sometimes they'll have like
different styles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Different models. That's
Now, just to play off that the fact that you like going to different gyms, do you see, based on where you were in Brampton, I know there's a certain type of people that are there. Do you see them, or I don't think you watch them, but do you see them working harder or working less? Based on the location you are, is there a difference in actual gym use when it comes to the two locations?
No, because I think every gym has the crazy workout people, and then the not so crazy. The 7 days a week, pump until they drop guys and girls, and then you have the 1 day a week or 1 month a year people that come. So it varies. Every gym is like that. The only difference in all the good lives that I've gone to, I noticed, is the aesthetic of the people. So, for example, there's 3 gyms in this area, and the one that's been remodeled or updated most recently, that's where all the pretty people go. Like, see, their matching outfits and new shoes and cut off sleeves and all.
It's also right at Young and Eglinton, which is Subway, right?
That's traffic.
Business, and business.
You got the guys
where the other two are kind of a little bit off of the subway, so it's more like a little more residential. Where that one can have, even if you don't live at Young and Eglinton, if you work there, you might still go there to that gym.
That's more of a corporate vibe. You think more of a corporate vibe? People going through are really kind of there on their lunch break or early morning, and then they're dressing up and heading out, and they're on the go. So I think they're really concentrated or locked in.
I heard a trainer at one of the other gyms saying that a few people that used to work out at that gym moved to the other gym because it's nicer, which I could see that.
So that gym is nicer?
To the newer one because it's nicer. I don't like that. People, aesthetics matter to people.
Yeah.
Some people
How it looks is definitely a thing.
Blogging gym. That's where, if I was going to choose a good life to blog in, it would be one of those. Probably that one.
Interesting.
Okay. And has everything you need there?
Yeah. Now again, it doesn't have as much because it's
smaller.
It's a little. Is it really smaller?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's smaller than the Davis building. I feel like
maybe not the Davisville
one. The Davisville seems to have more equipment.
Yeah. This is layout.
Yeah,
everything's just it probably has the same amount of equipment in a smaller space. Yeah, it is so pinched. I just felt like everybody, you're on a machine, but it also felt like somebody was like too close to you as you're on a machine.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It was too pinched. I went there once and I never went.
I used to do that when I went to the those what's the gym that went out of business. I forget what it's called because of COVID. It was their own. I think it wasn't Shapes. Was it?
Shapes.
Not Shapes though. No, not Shapes. I know Shapes was hurting, but there's another one.
Shapes.
You used to work at one?
I actually worked at 2 Shapes.
Really? Now, was yours women's only or?
No, it was after.
Oh, okay.
It was when it was co-ed.
It might be Shapes. I don't even know. But anyways, there was a gym there that was so pinched. It was like in a Blockbuster. You know, an old Blockbuster, and you'd have everything. It looked like
Curves.
a gym. Was it Curves?
Was it women's only though? Was it women only?
I don't know. I went there though.
That's what I was wondering, because the one that I'm thinking about used to be a Blockbuster and then changed into.
Well, again, a lot of these video stores, and they're not used. They tend to turn them into gyms, and they'll throw in a bathroom or whatever. And I'm like, okay. So I went in there. I'm like, oh man, this looks like a video store, and everything was just not like there was not enough. Although if you go at the like midnight or whatever, no one's there. Fine, you have everything. But at prime time, there's no point. On the flip side, I used to go to a Fit for Less, and that was almost like in a warehouse where it was too big. And I'm like, oh man, I don't want to walk all the way across the whole building and go do this and then come. Nah. So I'm like, there has to be
this is what I don't understand. Let me understand this. You were going to the gym, but you didn't want to walk.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
Yes. I did not want to go extra for what I'm doing. If I'm going to be doing chest, is their layout. They had things that were supposed to be close together for body parts, all different places, and it didn't make any sense to me.
Sound like those guys that don't put their weights back for the same reason. I kill myself. I can't lift the weight.
All right, let's change this. Let's change the subject before you guys, dog me out and rat me out, guys.
It was not me.
I mean, saying. I mean, I did it once or twice, but they were pretty heavy.
Now that we've discussed your deficiencies in the gym, let's discuss what you did to make yourself better today.
Today, again, I've been covering for one of my coworkers as my manager is off on holiday. And I actually was showing some guidance in terms of how, what is expected from some of my supervisors. So I felt good in passing on wisdom on how they should attack their job better. And they sat there and they did because a lot of these jobs, they don't know what you're doing. But if you show enough that they see that you're doing something, they won't bother you. They won't bother you. So as long as you're doing your job, do your job. We know there's downtime. We know there's uptime. But as long as you're still producing the same work, no one will bother you. So they understand that. Like, yeah, I'm not going to hound you. I'm not that type of boss that's going to say, oh, what are you doing right now? No, I said, well, did you get stuff done already? Yeah, okay, cool. I'll walk in. Everything good? Yeah, all right. Move on. So I gave a little bit of, like I said, guidance on what is expected from upper management. They understand a little bit better. We are going to go deep dive later on in the month on what the director wants. So that's, a big time meeting. But I felt good about letting them feel a bit more secure on what is expected from me. So that's a good feeling when your staff trusts in what you say. So that was me. That's what made myself feel better and others feel better. So, all right, let's get to the meat and potatoes. We have a topic that Miss Devon has brought to our attention. Would you just like me to lead with the video, or would you like to let us know what's up?
I want you to lead with the video, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. We have a video of some hot topic. Let's roll the tape. Let's roll the tape.
And while we're speaking about friends, I'm also the friend that puts my friend before niggas. 1,000%. So if it comes to a girls' night out, a girls' day out, You're gonna have to wait till we're finished, bud.
This.
And
we're gonna have to wait till we finish, man.
Oops, sorry. But yeah, that I guess you want to explain. I guess this is a woman who's
it's a longer video.
Yeah.
But Amanda Seals, she, what's the word that you do? Remixed it. Yeah.
She does a video breakdown.
Well, she just talks about the topic, but there's a word when you interject on a video.
Reaction videos. Reaction video. That's what she is.
Yeah, she has. This is her reaction video to this, and she is all on board with it. And she uses the example because it's a longer video, so I'm going to make it a little shorter. So she uses the example of having dinner plans with a friend, and then man comes into town from out of town or comes back early or something. And then she's like, well, I want to go have dinner with him because I haven't seen him. And then she gets mad and says her friend's ditching her for her man. And I was like, I get it. It's their way of saying bros before hoes.
In this case, hoes more.
Right.
Hoes before right? Bros. Gotcha.
Bros before hoes, right? This is their bros before hoes. And every situation is circumstantial, right? Like every situation is different. We don't know the backstory. How long has this guy been away and come back? Was he overseas for 3 years and just showed up? Like, you know what I mean? Like in that case, yes, I would understand. And then she also tells the example that she also was like, you can have dinner with us, right? But she's like, I really want to see him today, right? And it was her friend's choice. And that kind of ended the friendship because she was like, because the friend was like, I don't understand why you're so mad that I wanted to spend time with my man. And she didn't want to forgive her. Right. So that killed the friendship because of that. And I've seen it. I've watched it. I don't know if I've experienced it very much, but I've seen it happen and watched it unfold in that where there's friendships where people feel like they own their friend. They own their time, they own their choices, they own all of these things. And at the end of the day, I'll tell you the same thing I tell my kids that I mentor, you don't owe anybody anything in this world. Do what's best for you in that point and time and what you think is best. Sometimes maybe she values spending time with him over spending time with you. And maybe it's good that you guys are no longer friends. Maybe that was the sign that you guys shouldn't be friends because she wanted to be with him. But it's not just like what do they want to call it? A pick me type of girl. And there are situations where I've had the friend where she literally, as soon as she gets a man, she doesn't have friends anymore. Right? I've seen those, and I've seen it with guys too. Seen it with guys, they get a girlfriend, and all of a sudden they can't have friends anymore. And it's do whatever you want. Do whatever you want to make you happy within your relationship. Either way, there's going to be consequences too.
Is there a question, or you just want us to react to it?
I just want your reaction to it if you guys agree with it, especially from the male point of view of a woman saying. So, say your woman says, is like, "Oh, sorry, bye. Oh, I'm gonna go with my girls instead of you. Like we have plans. So you and I have plans." Because in the way that she's saying it, if you and I have plans, and then one of my girlfriends are like, "Oh, I just came back from in town and I have so much to tell you about this. Let's go for dinner." And we already have plans. I'm in general the person to keep the plans that I have, no matter it's with my man or with my girl. Right? So if I already had plans with my girl, I'm gonna be like, babe, we can talk later. Like or I can meet you after. Right? That's the type of person that I am. But if you're in that situation and you're the guy and it's girls, she's saying it's her girls before you. So we have plans. I'm going to ditch you. Yeah, I'm going to ditch you for that. How does that make you feel in the relationship?
I don't think guys.
It's relative.
Yeah. I was going to say it is very relative, but also I don't think guys hold on to that stuff as hard as women do when it comes to them type of plans. I get it. I get it, but I mean, this is pretty much playing off what we were talking about the last show, when I said, I had a certain amount of friends that I had, but because of it bothering her, I could not talk to them. And I'm like, again, we kind of came to the realization, it's like, why not? What's it to you if I'm talking to this person, right? It is not impeding in whatever we're doing. All right. Now, if it was an emergency, or like I said, if there's some type of relevance that is it's impeding or whatever, yeah, but you would have to explain. Like, there has to be content on why you are going to break plans, or why you are going to change plans, or why you're not going to change plans, right? Say your friends, okay, like for instance, I'm coming into town. You guys have plans. Say, yo, guys, I'm only going to be here for 2 days. You guys, let's go out to this place instead of where you guys. Are you guys going to do that? Not necessarily, unless you really, really want to. Then yeah, it all depends on the situation and how close your friendships are. Really, you know, the the video showed that she has a greater bond with her friends than with her man, or with the guy she's dealing with, whatever. And then the example that Miss Sales was talking about, she felt that type of way, and you don't have to feel a type of way. It's. I mean, again, people take things too personal. I think she took it too personal, and because I did watch that. I do remember watching it when you first posted it. I'm like, come on, it's a bit petty. You're going too far. Just let it be. I mean,
especially
okay.
Considering the circumstance, like for me, it's generally speaking, like Devin, I would keep the plans that I already. But if my friend is coming in from Atlanta that I haven't seen in like 10 years, and I didn't know he was coming or she was coming, or I change it to my girlfriend is coming, and we have a long distance relationship, and she comes and she surprises me after months of not seeing her. My boy should understand. Like,
exactly.
We could do this next week. You're here. Yeah. She won't be.
Exactly.
So I don't understand. What's the problem? Also, I think there's maybe it's rather than using the word age, there's a maturity thing to it.
Yes.
That woman seemed younger, on the younger side. And when I was younger, my mentality might have probably been bros before hoes. It never was, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It really never was. It was never.
I was trying to
never that guy, to be honest. But I understand that in your youth, your friendships are super, super important to you. Sometimes more than even your family.
True.
And you'll ditch your family for your friends when they're young. Yeah. So I get that. But as I've grown older, it's situational. It's totally situational. I don't see nothing wrong with putting somebody off, and putting off is probably the wrong term, but postponing an engagement with somebody that I can see the next day or the next week, for somebody that I'm not going to see for months. I don't, whether or not they're a boyfriend, girlfriend, friend, sister, auntie, whoever that person is, if I don't see them often and this is an opportunity, why is my friend getting upset? Especially, or in the words of Jamaicans, especially if you're inviting them, that you can come too. And she's taking even offense to that. Because, oh, you're putting me off for a man. This is not woman's lib crap. I'm joking.
And you're totally right. I think honestly, I think her maturity level was not where we thought it would be on this video. She was very petty to bring it out, A, on social media, and B, I wouldn't say she's in the wrong, but you painted the picture like you're reaching for something and there's nothing there. The person came in, they said, "Hey, I'd like to join. You can join us." It's not like they don't want you to be there, but there's somebody else that is pretty much taking precedence because they're not there as often as they want them to be. So they're going to use that time to enjoy that person's company. And hey, by the way, you can more than join. No, man, why? I don't want to be a third wheel. Okay, your choice. I'm still going to entertain myself with this person, and come tomorrow, maybe that person flies out. Hey, the matter, we had a great time. We want to talk about it the next day after that, whatever. You have something else to kind of look forward to. That person might be gone for the next 5 years on tour, or maybe sick, or maybe doesn't live in the same country. They have to be realistic with their demands of their friendship, because that's kind of, she was pushing the envelope on that one. I think that's just not fair.
Yeah, there is a caveat. There's a difference if this is something that person regularly does. They regularly brush you for somebody else, then that's a different story. But if this is like a one-off occurrence, then bro, what do you relax?
I had one situation where, and it wasn't even a man involved, where I made plans with a friend who lived near me, and we were like, okay, let's go to this event. And they're like, well, I need to go to this event, so why don't we do both? Right. And I drove, and that person that didn't drive at this time. And so I was like, okay. So they're like, oh, can you drive? And I was like, okay, sure. So then we went to the event that they wanted to go to first. And then something happened where we had to come back to our area where we live before going to the next location. And then after their thing that was done, they're like, yeah, I don't want to go anymore, after they got a free ride there. And
switcheroo.
So then I cussed them out. I use cuss out very liberally, because I don't really cuss people out. I'm just like, look, I feel like you use me for a ride, and I feel like that's highly inconsiderate, and just know that I'm aware. And I was like, if you try it one more time, it's not going to fly.
Right. You put them on notice. I can't hear you folks. I think the microphone. There you go. We're back. So yes.
I had to back up.
Ooh, backup battery.
Yeah.
So anyways, I just let them know how I felt about it, and it's never happened again. We're still friends to this day. So I say all that to say, in that same relationship that Amanda and her friend had, that if she had a conversation with her and was like, hey, this is why, and I broke it down to her why, and I get it. It sounds like she had moved plans, she had maybe bought an outfit, like organized herself, planned her day around it, and then when you cancel, it's just canceling on someone last minute, right? Mm-hmm. In general, is highly inconsiderate. Mm-hmm. But the fact that she was like, just come with us, like, let's all go for dinner, and then to make a big deal about that, I think was a little too much. Exactly. You know what I mean? A little
childish.
It changed the plan. Yeah, it changed the plan, but at the same time, you still had a plan. You still could have gone and done everything.
Just possessive.
Yeah. The possessiveness. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's the nail on the head. It's like, you're not allowing someone else to get into your world because you're set in your own ways. Well, your own ways don't always work. Sometimes they have to change. You have to learn to evolve and adapt. You have to adapt. And if you can't, then maybe that person is not the best person for you. Let them go. 100%. So I get it.
Actually, just remembered I had a similar situation recently. My boy invited me to a concert. He had an extra ticket and was ready to go, literally, but he was supposed to do something after the concert with his girl, but she had to come down into the city, so she would be waiting for us to finish the concert in order for them to go do what they were going to do. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah, you okay with her just coming to the concert with me, even though she doesn't really want to go, but I just don't want to leave her down here waiting on me. It's like, no, sense to me. Go on, no big deal. Plus, I didn't pay for the ticket. Like, it was free anyway.
Exactly.
So I don't win or lose anything.
Now, imagine if you put a stink on that. That would test your friendship. It's like, yo, no, man, it's you and I, whatever. But you didn't give me the ticket. I mean, like, you didn't pay for the ticket. Doesn't matter. No. Again, There's a, you're just wasting your time arguing and fussing for nothing. But you're right. Someone's coming in to help accommodate the situation. Let it be. It's a small thing. People just making mountains out of a mole.
Mountains out of molehill.
Silly. It's silly. So yeah. Again, I think it's a possibility that person probably wanted an out in that relationship too. They might they might have had
I'm assuming, I'm hoping that's not their first issue, or their only. That would be.
Well, if it's the one, if she says he ended a friendship on it, it had to be something that was reoccurring. But
she actually said the friend ended the relationship with her.
No, really? No,
yeah, that's what she says.
I think
I was surprised.
I thought it was the other way around.
I thought
by the end of it, she's like, I think, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure she says, and she's the one that ended the relationship with me, which I found weirder.
Well, because I think it was because she couldn't get over it.
Yes.
I was going to say exactly.
Well, it was because she couldn't get over it.
Yeah.
Amanda wouldn't leave it alone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm not.
I was like, why am I going to be with someone who makes me tries to make me feel horrible about making a decision for myself?
So small to me.
Well, that's not a good friend.
Whether it's dinner, a movie, a barbecue. I mean, that's the smallest thing. Now I can understand. Hey, you know what? You're taking a trip that costs tons of money, and you're like, oh, this is what's going to happen. We have to add something to our trip, and we have to, add or add more to the expense of the trip, because then I can be in type of way, oh, we have a villa, but now we have to get something more. I can understand that being a problem, because that definitely changes your participation in that event. But a thing like, hey, you know what? Someone's going to come around, or you know what? We can definitely hook up tomorrow. I want to go see this person and do this because they're not around. I mean, it's very small and very petty, and it sucks, but that's what they do. Petty people do that stuff. But anyways, let's move it along. We have another video, courtesy of I guess Slang. This was your video. You just
let me give the background of what's going on.
Yes.
Because this is going to be an opinion piece.
Fair enough.
So I don't know if you guys heard, but Usher, well, you must have heard, Usher and Chris Brown are doing a tour. They're on tour. And I think it was in Nashville. Well, every show, they both kind of bring up a woman from the crowd, and they do their Janet Jackson thing. Gyrate and kiss up and hug up and all these things, right? So Usher brought up a woman that's going to be in this video. And let's watch the video to see her reaction to this bring up.
All right.
And let's see what happened here.
Here we go.
It became a big deal apparently.
Here we go.
I don't think she want to be on the stage. Right?
Shred on the extra baby oil to match this performance.
Yes. Okay. What was some of the? I don't know what some of the comments were.
So as you can see, she wasn't. And there's more to the video where she's pretty stiff and non-reactive to his advances, so to speak. She wasn't really into, so to speak, which is why his reaction is she doesn't seem like she wants to be on the stage, and then he tells him to take her off. So the reactions are divided. Some people say, well, what does she do? Why did she even go up there? She knows what's going to happen, so why is she even going up there if she didn't want to be a part of it? And then some people are like, well, she's allowed to feel how she wants to feel and do what she wants to do. Yeah, I want to hear what you guys have to say before I give my opinion.
If I may, that video shows how ego plays out in the world because he thinks he's Usher Raymond. Everybody wants him. Sex symbol, whatever you want to call him, superstar musician. He thinks that everybody's gonna just cry and be at his feet and blah blah blah. You don't know how that woman's situation is. She might love his music, but she might not like any type of backstory that he's had in the past. And him getting all close, she might say, that's not for me. Or she might have a very, very strong mind and thinks that anything like that on camera, she might have a man, like a husband, wife, kids. She's probably just protecting herself. And he didn't like it. He just thinks that everybody's going to be at his beck and call and doing whatever. So again, shame on him for freaking shooing her off. Because yes, it's a show. Not everybody's going to be comfortable. Yes, she was brought up there. And of course, everybody's going to want to have a chance to be on stage and get that 10 seconds of fame. It's part of the process. You picked her. Allow it.
My question is, I'm assuming before they get up on stage, they have to sign some kind of waiver of some sort.
That's a good question.
Right? So I feel like there must have been some sort of conversation before they get up on the stage of what's going to happen, and they have to consent to it. So they can't say later on, come back and be like, look, Usher's touching me, Usher's doing this, blah, 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 blah. At the same time, I agree with what you're saying in terms of the fact of she could do whatever she wants to do, right? And it's not, I don't feel like she was like being rude or anything. She was just kind of like, like she's there. She didn't, maybe she just doesn't want him to kiss her, put his mouth on her, which I 100% with. Like, just because I was like, so I'm not allowed to go up on stage unless I want to pretty much let you hump me on stage.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gone. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Here's the thing for me. Here's the thing. And there's more to it. There's a couple things. There's a couple things. There is the so she says the story more. I'll give more of the story. She says she gets there, they choose to upgrade her to VIP, and then they tell her that they may bring her on stage. You might be picked to be brought on stage, right? She also says she more went to the concert for Chris Brown. So if it was Chris Brown, that probably wouldn't, what you saw there probably wouldn't have happened.
Fair enough.
And she also said she didn't know when they were going to bring her on. So she doesn't know if it's for Chris Brown or Usher. And they told her like not too long. She didn't give like a timeline, but not too long before they actually brought her on. That's when they told her they want you on stage. My thing is, and I'll take it out of the context of this. You're at a basketball game, NBA, halftime. They bring people out to shoot half-court shots. They choose you to shoot the half-court shot. You get up there and you're like, no, I don't want to shoot. Whose fault is that you're up there and in the middle of the court when you knew you didn't want to shoot from before? I think you should not. You should tell them, no, choose somebody else. I don't want to do it. Choose somebody else. I feel like in this situation, it's like you want to have your cake and eat it too. She wanted to go on stage because she wants the moment, but she doesn't want to be a part of the full experience. Yes, you can make your own choice, but why couldn't you make your choice before even going on stage? That would have been a good choice for you to make. Don't go on the stage. Because you also have to remember, that's a part of the show for other people.
Yes.
That are watching. That's a part of the entertainment for them. Some other people, I'm not saying they come for that, but it's part of what they come for. And ever since his Vegas residency, that has been a big deal. The cherries and the singing to women and da-da-da-da. It's been like a thing of Ushers that people do. It's a part of the reason why they would probably want to go and see it. You have all the rights. You do. Even going on stage is part of your right. I'm just saying, if you know or you have a great idea that this guy's going to want to hump you or he's gonna want to try to kiss you or whatever, and you know that you're not gonna be comfortable with that, why put yourself in that position?
Okay, but like what? Okay, because like I said, I only saw that one part that we played. I never saw anything else. Does he try to, like, when he is dancing on her? Is she like moving away from him dancing? Like she's fine with that. It's only when he goes to kiss her or like.
The whole thing is pretty stiff. The whole thing, she's pretty much
she is just sitting
like to
there.
the point where if she had explained it more of like
nerves,
right? Then I would have been. Hey, I totally get
you
that.
don't know how you're gonna react.
But she didn't explain it that way. She explained it as she just didn't want to be on there with Usher.
What if he smells? What if that you said he was all greased up? What if he's all greasy? I'm like, yo, if he came at me all sweaty, I'd be like.
But again,
I don't care.
Say if it was Chris Brown though. But if you see him, if it was, like you said, if it was Chris Brown, do you think she would care that he was smelly?
If it's a guy with a guy you like, I was like, if Slang sweated on me, I'm way more okay than sorry, Toks, if you sweat on me.
No, for sure. I mean, that's the thing. Her preference.
That thin line between harassment and flirting.
And well, fantasy.
Well, I mean, even like because if you don't like the person, they're harassing.
No, I know, but I'm saying if you like them, it's a fantasy. It's a one in a lifetime type of situation. So my thing is that she knew that she was going to be going up on stage, or she didn't know, because I remember way back when during
it wasn't 100%.
Okay,
she knew
she had a chance.
And that's what I'm saying. She had two chances. One, they're giving her VIP and telling her they may bring you up.
So she should have known
so
right
she's
there.
She's taking the VIP, hoping that it's Chris Brown that's going to bring her up. And then two, right before she goes up, they say they're going to bring you up. So
So are you saying that when they were like, okay, we're going to bring you up for Usher, she should have said no. I only want to go up.
Yeah. Communication is a big deal.
Absolutely.
Because I'm going to say
that's if it's not nerves.
I have
nothing to say.
I was watching, I had a chance to watch the Destiny's Child farewell tour. And at one point they did the whole cater to you thing.
Cater to you.
And they brought 3 men up there, and these guys were like, oh yeah, woo. And they said, and I don't know if they were VIP, I don't know if they told them whatever. All I know is the rules that they gave them is that they kept their hands to themselves. So they had to be on a chair and they had to sit there and enjoy the show. Because again, this is a opportunity that no one in the stadium at the time Skydome was, no one was really, wow. And I was like, man, damn, I wish I was down there. I could have got better tickets. But again, it's the experience. So you sit there, enjoy it, stiff or not, then you're done. She could have just said, you know what? Take it like a champ and be done with it. Just go on your way. She made it.
That is kind of what she did. That's kind of what she did. She took it like a champ, but she was like,
she was bobbing and weaving. It's not like she didn't know what the show was about. She must hold on. She must know what the show was about if she's at that show today. Like Slang said, the residency, all the clips on Instagram, TikTok, and whatnot. There's huge information about what he does. So it's not like it's new to her. It's just because she didn't want him to do it.
The only one I'd ever seen is Kiki, and the only thing I saw was them dancing. I didn't see him like putting his. That was way more than I thought. Like I said, I had never actually seen. I had heard that he brings women on stage, and Kiki Palmer got in trouble because she was dancing with him, and I just saw it was dancing. So like, if you're whining on somebody, that's a big difference to me than he's coming up and like kissing or touching your neck. I would have been like, oh no, we don't do that.
Now I guess it's all about your limitations, ultimately, your personal limitations.
Yeah, I am not doing that with no stranger.
But even so, with the whole Kiki thing, she knows who she is. They know who he is. If they were just dancing, they were just dancing. Nothing more.
And they're actors, and she's an actor.
Yeah, so I'm
you
like,
know what I mean too.
Why would she get in trouble for enjoying the show and being a part of the show? She's also a show woman. So she's going to put on a show. It could have been a full act. So I don't know. I don't condone her getting in trouble for entertaining the whole show. It
pretty much broke up her relationship.
I don't know why though. That makes no sense.
Yeah. Well, it's insecurities.
Exactly. So
insecurities.
and I do believe because of
The
her.
only reason I consider that an insecurity is because he knows the line of work she's in. If that is not a factor, I don't know if that's an insecurity.
What do you mean?
Acting?
Because she really does have access.
Because she's an entertainer, and
Okay.
and if I'm dating a woman who's an entertainer, I should understand that whatever she does on stage is just entertaining, and it might not even be, but that's how I should process it, quote unquote. It's like him watching her in a movie doing a sex scene. He should be okay with it because it's acting, right? Now, if the person is just a regular everyday Joe, if my girl is on stage dancing up with Usher, I don't know if I'm going to be okay with that. I don't know if it's going to break up the relationship either. But I don't know if I'm going to be like, oh, it's just performance. You're not a performer.
But
Again,
and the whole thing was like because it was also right after she had their kid, and he's like, "You're a mother."
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so because she's a mother, she's not supposed to have a good time.
See,
like, you know what I mean? That's why everything went.
That's silly. Again.
But I've seen it. I actually saw that happen recently in not really a friend, but an acquaintance in their marriage. Like they were together for 10, 12 years, and then they got married and had a child, and all of a sudden everything all the stuff that she did before she had a child, all of a sudden was no longer acceptable.
Yeah.
Well, I can understand to a point, but yeah, you don't change the person.
What point?
Yeah, what point?
What point?
Huh?
Well, I'm sorry. I'm saying, for instance, if you were a stripper and all of a sudden you have a kid, you're not going to go back to stripping because you have it. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I would not.
That's what she's a stripper.
So
she's stripping by choice.
You met her as a stripper.
Yeah.
That's how you guys got together.
But there's a new factor, as in a child.
Okay.
That's why a lot of X-rated superstars stop doing the X-rated superstars when they have kids. They stop because they don't want to do it. They don't want to show that this is the way to do it. Again, when you have a child, your mentality changes. The things you think you used to do.
Sure. And actually, I'm not even going to say it's true. It can.
You can.
It can
necessarily.
I would go with should. I would go with should. Now, I'm not saying you should be,
That's your opinion, though.
Of course it is. I have a daughter. I'm definitely going to tell you how I feel based on my experience. I'm not saying my word is gospel. What I'm saying is that, in my opinion, I do believe your lifestyle should change based on what is happening in your life, right? If you're bringing a child, you're not going to still keep on smoking crack on a regular basis because you used to do it way back when. There's levels to.
That's a little.
No.
I'm talking about. I'll give you. So, for example, she was saying that she was going to, and this is a married couple. And the baby was past the point of breastfeeding.
Okay.
Right. So a little bit older. And so she was like, okay, I'm going to go hang out with blah, blah. And I might stay over. And he's like, you're not allowed to stay over at I think it was her sister's house or something. Mm-hmm. She's like, because it's a far drive. Right.
Okay.
I don't think it was her sister, because otherwise she probably would have taken the child, but the child was with him. And he's like, well, you're a mother and you're not supposed to spend the night outside of the house when you're a mother.
That's extreme. That's extreme. I mean, that's extreme. But now again, if it was to a point,
maybe it might have been she had to go out of town or something, but it was like for a night or two. And he was like, well, no, you have to be here.
Again, why would that person want to choose? Knowing they have a child at home, why would they choose to do that? There's got to be a reason why. Most women, when they have a child, their motherly instincts kick in, and they don't want to leave their child at any point with anybody, even their man. So I have to wonder, how deep is she connected with this child to say, you know what, I'm going to be gone for 2 days. You take care of little Sarah while I'm gone.
No, past
breastfeeding.
Past breastfeeding age.
While I agree with what you're saying, there is also the part of she wants some time to herself.
Yeah, it's over.
I,
It's
and I
fine.
get that. I get that. 100% get that.
Just like the father would want some time to
Is
himself.
he allowed? Is he allowed to stay out?
No, no.
question.
It goes both ways. I'm not saying the woman can't, but I'm not saying the man is in a different category. It's the same thing. This is a young child just past breastfeeding. Why would I go out knowing that there's a possibility there's a need at home and I'm going to be out wherever? Now, if it wasn't, say, tied to work or some type of situation or obligation that I had prior, I'm going to try to make myself be available by phone, text, whatever, so I can get to where I need to go for my child.
Yeah.
That's what
I
I'm
think
saying.
hers was. I also actually think it was probably more a work situation. And he was like, "Well, you shouldn't be doing this kind of work."
What's gonna get to
No,
He was gonna. He wants her to change how she works.
I was gonna get.
And she's like, doing this work, and this is like, and it's like it's not just like a 9 to 5 job. It's like I think it's her business that she built.
Okay. Oh, yeah. You don't.
And now he wants her to change that. And I was just like, because they have a child together. I was like, you met me like this.
Exactly. That's controlling. Yeah. That's going too far. You can't. You like you said. You met her or him like this, just because this added piece to the family or dynamic changes who they are. That's not fair. That's definitely not fair. And I agree with that.
But I'm going to say that's not much different than you saying you should stop stripping. That is a job. That's how that person makes their money. It's not, and we are assuming that person doesn't need that job or that money, and they could just quit because now they're having a kid and go do something else. Life doesn't work like that.
Okay, I guess, yeah, you got me there. You got me there.
Stripper, you made a stripper the mother of your child. Accept it. And again, there's always caveats, and it depends.
No.
Did she tell him that she was going to quit stripping when she had the kid? That's different. Did she tell him she was going to change the job? That's also different.
You're making some great
all
points.
These factors are all these factors matter in the decision.
Yeah. Yep.
Similar to the going up on stage thing, or not going up on stage. Like, what's the information that you provided before you make the decision to go do something that you don't actually want to do? And again, I bring it back to the basketball game. I'm pretty sure if we're looking at this person, we're at that game and we're looking at this person at midcourt saying, "No, I don't want to shoot. I don't want to do this." We're gonna be like, "So what the hell did you go out there for? Why are you out there?" It's somebody else. I'm pretty sure that's what we're gonna do. In this world, however, it turns into, "Oh, Usher, that's creepy anyway. Why are you doing that at this age?" And what? It's his show. He's been doing it.
Yeah.
He's not to blame to change his show for one person who doesn't want to do it. And he rectified it. Come off. I'll get somebody else.
But I think the way he told her to come off is kind of
rude.
I don't
pretty
think
bad.
So. I don't think. Again,
it was showmanship. It was also part of the show, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Let me make this into a thing," and it went viral, and here we are.
I take it back. It might even be rude, but I don't know that it's not justified.
It's justified, but it's rude. He could have done it a different way. Oh, girl, you are you feeling comfortable? No problem. Let's bring you back down. Let's find somebody else. Anybody else?
That's true.
There's going to be a ton of people that will definitely volunteer and probably will do what he wanted them to do. You picked the wrong person. That's all. You picked the wrong person. You live with it and you move on. Now the stank face
person chose to go there. That's how I look at it. I don't think because he doesn't.
I think it's you should actually check with the person and be like, "Who did you want to come up here for?" Yeah.
What are you saying?
Because it's up to production to put on a good show.
I agree, and that's why. Yes. You're right.
Let me just say this.
I agree. She's a beautiful black woman.
Let me say this too. This is also indicative of the idea that women do not have the ability to make an informed choice, and it should be blamed on everybody else but them. There's an accountability lack here. They say to you, "You're going on stage with Usher in 5 minutes." Mm-hmm. You don't want to go. Yeah. How do they know that you don't want to go?
100%.
They don't. So we can't blame it on production. Production doesn't know you don't want to.
But
they assume you going means you want to go.
But production should also learn from this, especially when they're doing a joint show like this. In that there's some people who are going to be there for Chris, and there's some people that are going to be there for Usher. So that's what I mean. It's a learning. Yeah. It's a learning thing for production. You have a set of number of people who are like, okay, I'll go either or. You have some people who will be like, I want Chris, I want Usher.
I would agree with that. I would agree.
100%.
Learn from the experience.
But again, if I ask you if you want to go somewhere and you say yes, I assume you want to go. True. I don't assume that you want to go somewhere else.
But going is part of it.
She wasn't interested in.
Did they ask her after the fact she got there, or did they ask her when she was moving down? Hey, you know what? We're going to set you up with VIP, and it's a possibility we're going to pick you. If they said that, then it's on her. But if they send her down there,
that's exactly what they said.
I know what I'm saying is that there's another part is that if they ask you, hey, you know, you look like you VIP, okay, there, and then you're enjoying yourself, and then they come back later, hey, you know, it's a possibility someone here might get, you know, go on stage, not knowing when they're gonna go or who they're going for. I wouldn't blame her not really being ready because like you said, she likes a Chris Brown performer, but they say no, we're gonna take you up now, and I'm like, well, I'll go. I won't like it though, but I'll be here.
Sorry, the second sentence cancels the first sentence. I'm very sorry because you don't have to go. The only thing you're risking is losing your VIP.
Yeah. I think that's probably.
I think that's part of it as well.
It's part of it because you're already in the situation, and maybe by the time she got on stage, she was just like, "Okay, what did I do here?" You know.
I mean, 4K.
Like, she definitely could have felt pressured to go up there.
Exactly.
I get that.
Especially if her girls are like, "You better. If you don't, I will."
But then you can't follow that up later with, you know what I'm saying? Say that. Say I felt pressured. I didn't really want to be up there. Say something like that. But you can't follow it up with. Whatever. I have a boyfriend, and I didn't feel comfortable that it was.
I need to
Usher.
follow up on this one. I need to read up on this one.
Probably could have did a whole lot up there and should have been fine with it. Boyfriend, no boyfriend. Nervous or no nervous.
This is true. Again,
very interesting. Man.
I mean, very, very possible to have multiple different views on this because again, there's multiple ways to skin a cat. And we don't know the full information. We don't know how it went down on all aspects of what we've been talking about. We don't know the full story of the first situation. We don't know the history.
It's literally social media.
People are in it and don't know the story.
Exactly. She's talking about the story. She might not.
You don't know the whole story.
We never know. Unless we are fully ingrained in people's lives, we don't know what's going on. So we're just taking what they show us, and that's what she's showing us, and that's what they're showing us in the videos here. We're in the window looking in. Hey, guess what's going on, guys? That's what we do. That's all we can do. But hey, it's entertainment, and that's what is running the world right now. Entertainment and conspiracies. I won't go any further than that. Anyways, folks, that's it. That's all for us. We are giving you guys an hour of our time. Want to thank Slang and Miss Devon for hanging out with me again. We will definitely do it again. Again, folks, just so you know, we would like to like, comment, and subscribe. Mostly comment.
Share.
I mean, please. And share too. Yeah, you can definitely share. But I tend to share everything myself too. But that's all right. We'll get to you. We'll find you. But I would like comments. Again, bring Devon here because, again, Devon gets a lot of comments. So sorry, Devon, we're using your lovely self to get comments because they don't want to talk to us. They don't want to talk to us. They want to talk about you all the time.
If you're being used, you got to ask permission. That's
true. Well, I think she signed the waiver. I think we have it written in blood. We're good. So we're all right. So yes, we'll do it again soon. This will definitely be up as soon as I can. That being said, guys, you guys have a great night, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.